Hey everyone! Welcome back to our channel. Today, we are tackling a topic that's essential for business operations and often misunderstood: purchase orders versus invoices. Whether you're in procurement, accounting, or running your own business, knowing the difference can streamline your financial processes and save you from costly mistakes. Purchase order versus invoice. Key differences and when to use each. What is a purchase order? Let's start with purchase orders, or POs. A purchase order is a document that a buyer sends to a supplier to request products or services. Think of it as a formal offer that outlines what the buyer wants, including quantities, descriptions, and agreed upon prices. Key details you'll see on a purchase order include: 1. PO number. This is like the transaction's ID. 2. Items and quantities. Lists what the buyer is ordering. 3. Payment terms and delivery date. Terms for when and how the buyer will pay. Once the supplier approves, the PO becomes a legally binding contract. It's the green light for the supplier to start preparing the order. What is an invoice? Now, let's talk about invoices. Unlike a purchase order, which is created by the buyer, an invoice is generated by the supplier once the products or services are delivered. It's a request for payment that tells the buyer, "Hey, it's time to settle up." An invoice typically includes: 1. Invoice number, a unique identifier for payment tracking. 2. List of delivered items or services. This might match the PO or include additional details if the order changed. 3. Total amount due and payment terms, specifies what's owed and by when. Key differences. Alright, now let's look at the main differences between these two documents. First, the creator. The buyer creates a purchase order, while the supplier creates an invoice. Second, purpose. POs are used to request items, and invoices are used to request payment. And lastly, timing. The PO comes before goods or services are provided, whereas the invoice comes afterward. When to use each. So, when should you use each of these documents? Use a purchase order anytime you're ordering from a supplier and want to document the transaction upfront. It's particularly useful for tracking expenses and inventory when the order is still being processed. An invoice, on the other hand, is issued once the goods or services are received. Use it to trigger the payment process and keep your accounts payable organized. Benefits of using both. Using both documents brings accountability and transparency. Purchase orders ensure clarity between buyer and supplier, while invoices ensure timely payment and accurate record keeping. If you're managing multiple vendors or large orders, this system becomes even more crucial. Systems like ROCKEYE's procurement and invoicing modules help automate these processes, making tracking easier and reducing the risk of errors. That's a wrap on purchase orders versus invoices. Hopefully, this breakdown clears up any confusion. Remember, using both documents can help you build smoother, more efficient operations. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.